Okay, this is a quick video on the Rent-A-Center discussion from MAT112. Um, in the discussion, there's a link to click on. Just click there, and that'll bring you to the Rent-A-Center site. And if you scroll down to about mid-page, you'll see a bunch of blue boxes. Those are the categories of items you can purchase from Rent-A-Center. Okay, so I want you to pick a category. I picked computers. Then pick an item, and I picked a laptop. And then I clicked the word details. When I did that, it asked me for my zip code because what they charge depends a lot on where you're purchasing it from. So you can put a fictitious zip code or you can put yours. It doesn't really matter. Just don't put any other personal information on that site. You can do this whole thing, but by picking a Rent-A-Center store. Okay, that's all you're doing. I put my zip code in. In fact, you can use mine 21771 if you want to. And then it'll pull up like the closest stores, and I just picked a Frederick store. So it doesn't matter to me. Just don't give them any other, don't sign in, don't do anything else. Do not put in personal information, okay? So after I did that, it'll let me see the exact description of the item, the weekly cost to pay, to make payments, how many of those payments I would have to make, and they'll have the total cost after those payments are made. It'll also has the same as cash price. Big difference between the two, but if you go to another website, you will see how much cheaper it is to buy it from anyone else than Rent-A-Center. So Rent-A-Center has different requirements for purchasing things. So even though it's the same as cash, it's going to mark it up at least double, because there must be a reason you're going to Rent-A-Center because of your credit issues. So go to another site, find out how much you could buy it. Staples, Best Buy, depending on what your item is, Amazon or whatever. Just write that down. You don't have to give me the link or whatever. Just put where you found the item, okay, and record the purchase price and make sure it's the exact same thing. If you're buying something complicated like a laptop, there's a lot of different versions, and memories make a difference, and gigs and all that stuff, size of the screen. Make sure you're getting the exact apples to apples thing, okay, when you compare prices. So then calculate the exact amount of percent increase. How much did Rent-A-Center mark it up? So that's all I'm asking. So I took my Rent-A-Center total and my same as cash total, and there were 78 payments. Okay, to this is what it would cost after 78 payments. Best Buy, it was only $729. Okay, so to find the price increase, you need the difference of the two equals the original times variable. So you're just making up a variable. You can use X. I just routinely use P for this. Doesn't matter. Let me see if I can slide this up a little bit. Okay. Because I'm just finding the amount of increase. Okay. So I took, because I'm specifically asking for increase, I'm going to use the original price as actually the lower price. Okay. So we're going to find out the difference from the total cost, just subtract and set that equal to the lower price, and then divide, and you'll get I got 2.7 whatever, that's a decimal, right? Times it times 100 will give me the percent increase. Yes, that's a 274% increase in the cost if you buy it from them and make your 78 payments. Okay. For the same as cash price, it comes out to 224% increase. So they more than double it to just buy it from them without making payments. Okay. If you're putting it on a credit card, typical school credit cards, like a Visa or whatever, that it's not the best deal, but it's a very typical. If you're like away at college and you're just like randomly getting one in the mail or whatever, it's around 20%. It's not very good. But let's say you need a new laptop and you got to do what you got to do. So this is how I want you to figure it out. I want you to take the price that you would have to pay and times it by the 20% finance charge they're going to charge. Okay, so that's $146. You're going to add it to the cost of the laptop. So that's how much you're going to pay from these people. Okay, not the 2,000 or the 1,000, just the 875.99. That's the amount to put it on that card. Okay, to how much you will pay eventually when you're paying off it on the card. So to figure out just to apples here, this is $875, and I was going to make payments to Rent-A-Center for 78 weeks. That comes out to $11.23 a week versus the three. Where did I not write it down? 39, $34.99. I should write that in here. 34.99. 78 weekly payments of $35 versus $11. And if you times that by 4, you're going to be paying $44.92 per month for 18 months. So I took the 78 weeks, times it by 7 to get how many days, divided it here, got about a year and a half. So that's, 12 plus 6 more months. So that's 18 months. So you're going to be paying that for 18 months. Okay. So that's an example for you.